Colorado is home to tons of amazing riding, both paved and unpaved. In the fall of 2022, I had the opportunity to ride this Harley Davidson Pan America 1250 Special for 6 weeks across the Southwest. Having recently completed an ADV training course, I was ready to put some of those skills to the test. Today, we're tackling the Last Dollar Road in the San Juan Mountains, as well as motorcycle camping and spending a full day exploring Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. Good morning from the Gunnison KOA here in Gunnison, Colorado. Got this little A-frame cabin. It fits 2 people. There's 2 twin beds in there for $50. It was so affordable. Couldn't pass it up in comparison, a $250 hotel room for a night. But we rode here yesterday from Denver, took Cottonwood Pass, went through Leadville, went to the Silver Dollar Saloon, and stopped here to eat at Mario's Pizza in town, and the pizza lived up to the hype. It was so good. It's like one of the oldest eateries in the city. I can't talk this morning, I need coffee. But we specifically stayed here so that we could eat at Mario's last night, and it did not disappoint. Today, we are gonna head down to the southwest corner of the state. We're gonna go set up camp first at Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and then go ride Last Dollar Road into Telluride. And maybe, if time permits, we will head to another spot where there's a cool little food spot I want to show y'all. So let's go ahead and get the bikes packed up and get on the road. Y'all, check out this rad little campsite. We actually got a spot, 2 spots, one for me and one for my friend, down here in the East Portal Campground. These are walk-in sites. I typically will not choose a walk-in site because I'm lazy and I don't want to haul my stuff. The bike is right up here somewhere behind me. Anyway, it's just so beautiful down here, and the fact that it's a Saturday and there's not a lot of people, I think it'll be really enjoyable to spend a few days down here in the portal. But with that being said, we are staying a few days here. Tomorrow I'm not even going to leave the park. I'm going to show you guys this national park. But today we're going to go ride Last Dollar Road. So I'm going to put my junk back on the bike that I did not use for camp, and we'll get on the road. Last Dollar Road was commonly used as a mining supply route to Telluride in the 1800s. Some say the road was named after the settlers who had just $1 left after buying their homesteads, while others say the road passed through private land and the owner charged prospectors $1 to use it. I don't know what the true story is, but either way, today the Last Dollar Road is known to be one of the best scenic drives in Colorado, especially in the fall when the aspens are peaking. Last Dollar Road is also one of the easier off-road routes in the San Juan Mountains. At the time this video was filmed in the fall of 2022, this was the most technical off-road riding I'd ever attempted on the Pan America, hence why I've asked a friend to come along on the trip. Tackling challenging terrain alone, especially a trail like the Last Dollar, which features some mild water crossings, mud, and deep ruts while traversing the side of a cliff, can be a bit overwhelming if you're not prepared. Luckily, the ADV training course I had just completed a week prior was coming in handy, and I was putting plenty of skills I had learned in the class to good use. It's safe to say I focused my energy that day on tackling the trail rather than filming, but even a year and a half later, as I finally sit and edit this video, I can still say that this is one of the best days I've ever had on a motorcycle. The terrain, the views, everything was incredible. Wow, this is so pretty. I'm out of breath. There's no air up here. This road is a little more technical than I thought it was going to be, but wow, it is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, y'all. picture perfect. I am just in absolute shock of how beautiful it is here. This is so much more incredible than Kettler Pass. It might not be as big of an aspen grove, but wow. This is a must ride if you are an ATV rider. Wow. Oh my gosh, just look at this place. Wow, what an amazing day. This road has been really challenging, but it has been well worth it. These views are just unreal. Wow, y'all. Last Dollar Road eventually winds its way down into the historic mountain town of Telluride, which is nestled into a box canyon surrounded by 13,000 and 14,000 foot peaks. Welcome to Telluride. I've never ever actually gotten to stop and hang out here, and unfortunately that's going to be the case again today. So we're gonna go grab dinner a little closer back to the campground, but I couldn't come to Telluride and at least not stop and show it to y'all. So let's get back on the road. So I know it's really late and the sun's down, so I know anything I shoot in here is not going to give this place justice. Luckily, I have been here before. We are at Gnar Tacos in Ridgeway. I was going to stop here on our way to Last Dollar Road, but we weren't hungry, so we decided to just do the ride first and then come back here. But it did take us a full 3 hours with a handful of stops along the road to enjoy it. So we were basically just chasing the sun back to this spot. Had we had more time, I would have taken y'all into Rico to my friend's bar, the Enterprise. It's been there since like 1892 or something, which is wild. Really cool spot if you ever go through Rico on the San Juan Skyway. But back to Gnar Tacos. This place has amazing like fusion tacos. So I really like the pork belly tacos as well as their fried avocado tacos. I think you guys can tell just from like my facial expressions in the footage, like they're so good. It is officially time to try and get back to the campsite. It's about 8:30 right now, and we still got to pick up food for tomorrow. I'm doing a whole day in Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. I'm going to show you guys the park because it's really, really pretty. It's a really cool place. But that means I got to go to the grocery store before I even go to the park. Good morning, y'all, and welcome to Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. I'm currently camping in the East Portal Campground, which is really rad. It's not easy to get a campsite down here. They're first come, first serve, and you can stay for up to 14 days. This canyon is absolutely gorgeous, whether you come down here to the East Portal and ride the East Portal Road down. It's a very steep graded road, and I can't wait to show y'all. Or just go up to the top and check out some stuff up there. It's just gorgeous. It's the perfect place to just solo moto camp for a night or two and just enjoy the solitude. I think it's time for me to make breakfast and then show you guys this beautiful park. that runny. Oh my God. I killed it on these. They're so good. This is such a nice break, even if I only get to do this for roughly 15 minutes because I have to film for y'all today. If you've never been to Colorado, then you probably aren't aware that fly fishing is very popular in most of the waterways in the state, and it's something that you'll probably see when you visit. This area, known as the East Portal, here at the bottom of the Black Canyon, is an angler's paradise. The Gunnison River, which flows through the canyon, is home to a variety of trout, including rainbow, brown, brook, and cutthroat. Other than fly fishing and camping, there's also a bit of history down here. The East Portal Campground sits in the same location where the historic town once stood that built the Gunnison Tunnel. The Gunnison Tunnel is a 5.8-mile irrigation system that was built to provide water to the arid Uncompahgre Valley. At the time it was built, it was not only an engineering marvel, but it was also the longest irrigation tunnel in the world. We're currently standing like right here and camped like right back in here, which is so crazy to think it looked like this. And this is where we stand now. So this used to basically be like the main roadway through that little town, kind of. All I knew down here was that there was a cool road and a campground. I did not know that there was a whole tunnel that starts right here where I'm standing and goes all the way back to Highway 50. That is so crazy. Wow. You can also ride down a short road that follows the Gunnison River to the Crystal Dam. However, that's where the road ends, and you'll have to turn around and head back up the East Portal Road to reach the rest of the park. Most people who visit the Black Canyon of the Gunnison never venture down to the East Portal, as they spend their time enjoying the views from the park's scenic rim drive at the top of the canyon. Or their vehicles simply won't make it down the East Portal Road, since vehicles over 22 feet are prohibited due to the 16% grades and hairpin turns. Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park is one of the most underrated national parks I've ever visited. It's one of the deepest and narrowest canyons in the country and has some of the most incredible views. The canyon plunges 2,700 feet to the Gunnison River below, and at only 40 feet wide in some areas, sunlight hits the bottom for a very short period each day, hence it being named the Black Canyon. So we are now at the top of the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. Over here on the north rim, there's actually a little campground that's also first come, first serve. I think there's like 16 sites as well over there. I've never made it across the way. Crossing my fingers, I'll get to before the season ends, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, isn't this crazy? Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park is the least visited national park in Colorado, in addition to being one of the least visited national parks in the United States. If you've never been, it's well worth a detour, in my opinion, especially for sunset, which we'll be checking out after dinner. Came back to camp a little early because I wanted to be able to cook before the sun went completely down, because trying to show y'all delicious food at the end of the night when it's pitch black sucks. So tonight we are going to make a couple little fillets over the fire with mushroom and onion, and then I have some dehydrated potatoes, a little sour cream and chives, so should be a good night. Bone apple teeth, y'all. got here just a few minutes late. But if you ever come here, you have to watch the sunset from this spot. I believe it's called Sunset View or Sunset Point. It's so beautiful. That is the painted wall. That is the one I told y'all is twice as high as the Empire State Building and then some. That ridge right there is the Grand Mesa. That is the largest mesa in the world. Y'all know what sounds real good right now? Ice cold beer and some s'mores. It's very difficult to do. This ice has been in here for 24 hours. It's doing such a good job. Way to go, ice mule. And that's what we're looking for. Now, you can make s'mores like this, but can you eat s'mores like this? Stay me in my hair. 510 recommend. Just be aware it's very messy and sticky. Cheers to a great day in the park, y'all. I will see y'all in the morning. It has officially been 24 hours in Black Canyon of the Gunnison. As you can see, this is a beautiful, beautiful park. There's only a couple other people here last night camping, so it was really, really peaceful. I can't say that it's like that in the summertime here. Actually, I've heard in the summertime, even all these walk-in sites are completely full. So if you do decide to come, I'd say try and come more in an off season, like October, November, maybe. It'll be chilly at night, but if you got the right gear, you'll be good to go. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see y'all on the next one. We're headed to Silverton today, so I'll see y'all on the road. Later, y'all.